All right, here we are. Race number 1. We're going to be doing exhibition event first. We're going to be doing Cop Cross. These are stock Grand Marshals. I've forgotten to spawn a light. Let me go spawn that for them. There's the light. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go back and make sure everyone can see the light. Alright, now we got our light spawned in. Last round of the season. Stream is up. Mic is working. Cop Cross 4-lap race. Here we go. Get ready. Get set. And we are away. So we're going through the chicane here, first lap. Xero Speedring. Different layout than we ran in open 4-wheel drive last season, though. As we head to the first corner in these Grand Marshals. These are not the main show today, but just something a little bit fun. We have 10 people signed up today. So, oh, Thunder's already into the barrier there in the Joker. 10 people signed up for the main limited 2-wheel drive. Lowest of the season by quite a way, but I think between last season and then this season, only having a couple weeks break, everyone's just kind of tired of Rallycross, and I can't blame them. But it should still be a good championship race today. So, stay tuned for that later, but first, I think everyone can get the crashing out of their system with the Grand Marshals. So GoMan in the lead right now, chased by Orion. Thunder seems to have maybe broken a wheel. Turbo back there is already Jokered. Here goes GoMan and Orion into the Joker on lap 2. Orion now has 2 laps to chase down GoMan out in the lead. Carlo there with the broken front left wheel from hitting the Joker earlier allows Orion to catch back up to Orion, or Orion to catch back up to GoMan. I said Orion to Orion, unless Orion's catching himself. Turbo as well, not out of the equation as he's sideways in the background. We'll tab to him. Up on board here with Turbo as we wake up everybody here in Oregon with an early morning V8 race. Of course, early morning in the game is 3 p.m. in real life. As we're on to the final lap now, you can see how much these cars pitch and dive. These are on basically stock suspension. It's heavy duty shocks, stock springs. So no tunability hardly at all in these cars, but they're very strong and in theory very cheap if this is a real life class. So I wanted to give it a try. Everyone seems to be fairly receptive to the idea so far. As we're going to have GoMan come across the line for the win, Orion in second, Turbo in third. Monte Carlo is dead. Okay, there's your first race. We'll now get on to the second race of Cop Cross. Alright, we're now ready for the second round of Cop Cross. Final heat for them today, just a short little thing. They'll be doing a final later though, between the heats and the semis of the limited two-wheel drive cars. We're gonna get ready, get set, and go. Just gonna let you guys listen to the beautiful V8s. Oh, someone's into the tires. That might have just been desync. Hobnob gets into Cryo. Cryo's way off. I think he might have damaged his tires. There's contact in the background between Britannia and Cryo goes Joker early. Good call here from Cryo. Well, it looks like, yeah, his car is damaged. It's unfortunate for him. So, mainly just gonna be a battle now between Raven and Hobnob as to who can get the position. Go cinematic cam. Oh, big slide there from Raven. Able to hold on to it. On to lap 2 now. Make sure the lap count is going in. Beautiful shot there from the randomized camera. As we go through the S's. The S's are a very, very tricky section of track. I look for those to be causing problems basically all day today. Very, very much a risk versus reward type of thing. As I believe we're now on 3 out of 4. Yes, we're well on 3 out of 4. But yeah, I look for the S's to be causing problems basically all day. Britannia here is catching Raven. So we will go to him. I'll see if he can get anything done here as we get on to the last lap. Now, third place advances to the final, so it's not really that big of a deal, this change of position, but it always feels good to get a move done, and Britannia's been putting the pressure on Raven. Basically, all race will go on board now with Britannia as we thread it through the S's. Got an ailing Cryo ahead, too, so we'll have to keep an eye out for where he ends up with his damaged car. It's Britannia. Oh, looks to the inside of Raven, hits him, spins him out, and Britannia says, "Hey, man, I'm sorry," parks it, and lets Raven go. So, good guy Britannia, but that would have been a penalty anyways, so good for him for giving the spot back. And that is your finish for the Cop Cross. Now on to the main show, limited two-wheel drive. All right, here we go. First heat of the final round. Unfortunately, only 11 people today. We'll call basically in the lore, we'll say people's cars are too damaged and they couldn't make the round. I think in reality, people are just worn out from RallyCross. But I'm certainly not tired of watching it, and hopefully you guys aren't either. As we get ready, get set, lights go out, and we are out and away. Good start here from Stealth. Only rear-wheel drive car in the field. Championship battle now, since we only have 11. You know, originally if Stealth got last every single race, Turbo had a chance, which that was unlikely anyways. So now the championship battle is simply between Stealth and Creeper. So watch for the two Team Ichiban Miramars. Team Ichiban's already locked up the team championship. So watch for the two Team Ichiban Miramars to be fighting it out here today. The only other battle to really watch is going to be between Hobnob Turbo and Orion to be the best front-wheel drive overall. Hobnob now still putting the pressure on Stealth as we're on lap 2 out of 4. Thank you as always to Cryo for doing the timing and scoring. Hobnob goes Joker. You do not hear the rumble of Britannia's car in the background, so I assume he has not either not had a good first lap, or yeah, I think he took the Joker early and also didn't have a good first lap. So Hobnob now just has to put his head down, get some good laps. It's the classic Hobnob strategy of Joker early. Team Cosworth overall, him and Turbo like jokering early. Team Ichiban usually likes jokering late, so it's usually interesting to see how the strategy plays out. Let's go cinematic cam here. Stealth goes Joker. Let's see if Hobnob gets caught up. The interesting thing with the... Oh, a little bit too much of a cut there. Hobnob's right on him. The interesting thing here with the Joker is the time you lose is more so once you exit the Joker, more so than entry, because of the way it puts, like, the line it puts you on. So it's a really weird kind of strategy call you have to make. So it makes it really easy to defend coming out of the Joker, which I think will make the late Joker more powerful today. This Hobnob now on lap 4 out of 4. Still looking for something here on Stealth. Hard to get a move done around this track, but easy to pressure someone into a mistake. Hobnob now looks left. Creeper defend, or Stealth defends to the right. Sorry, Creeper is Stealth's teammate. Hobnob now still looking for somewhere to get around, but it does not look like he's going to have any opportunities here. Nope, said it's going to be Stealth followed by Hobnob, and then Britannia around the final corner for your first heat. Mute myself. All right, now for the second heat. We're going to get ready, get set, and go. See who gets whole shot here. Go man with a great start. I'll hop on board here with him. Go cinematic cam so we can see a little bit more beautiful shots. See if we can get around the outside of Creeper. Not able to manage it, so it's going to be Creeper into the lead. Go man in second. Go man looking right. I assume he might go Joker here. Nope. Stays out on track. So everyone snakes through the S's. Gotta be really careful as Raven gets close. Yep, there's a wheel from Raven. I was about to say, you gotta be really careful not to hit that wall, as Raven aptly demonstrates. Goman still gotta put pressure. He hasn't had such a good championship defense this year from open four-wheel drive last year. I think the SBR4 has not been as good as he thought it was going to be, and quite frankly, as I thought it was going to be. I was worried about it being OP, but I think I was worried about the wrong vehicles. Not that the Miramar or Corvette is massively OP, but they're certainly good. This Goman takes Joker, very clean run through the Joker from him. Last season, Xero was one of his best performances. Of course, won the championship at the stadium, but Xero, he was very, very dominant. That's what started him on his championship run last year, so different layout for this year's race, but we'll see see if Goman can still pull off the same amount of good strategy calls and good driving to come away with the win. I think it would be good for him for his season and his morale to have a good result today. As it's basically just a two-horse race here up front. We'll see when Creeper takes Joker. Creeper so far has not missed a Joker this season, so I think that's a good improvement for him and his team compared to last season. Missed a couple Jokers last season, which really opened the door for Goman to take the championship, and there's just been a lot less mistakes this year from Creeper. So I think that's really been what's helping him, but of course Stealth as well, less mistakes, so they've been... really the only mistake I can think of from Creeper was resetting in the semifinal at Marietta, which cost him like 30 points, which is about how many he's out of the championship lead right now. So I think Stealth, they've both been equal in terms of driving prowess, but Stealth has just made a few less mistakes. Now while we talk about Creeper, why don't we go spectate him for a lap? Hop on board. So we're now across the line. I don't know if I saw Creeper take a Joker. We'll have to go back to the review on that. We'll ask now. Cryo probably would have been paying attention. I don't think I saw him Joker. So as I'm talking about him, okay. 10-5. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. All right, on to the next heat. Alright, here we are for the final heat of round number 1. Very quiet cars, this bunch. So we're gonna get ready, make them noisy, get set, and go. Lights out and away we go. Cryo all season been struggling with the I-Series. Another car I thought was gonna be very good and was not, so We'll see how he does. See if maybe the bumpier track here today gives him any better chances of doing well, as Orion goes for a joker early, as does Cryo. I think that's a good call here from Orion. We'll hop on board cinematic cam with him. Orion and Turbo both vying to be the best front-wheel drive. Turbo currently leading the front-wheel drives despite missing a round. Turbo's had a very, very good season. Just missed a round early. Next season, I think I'm going to introduce drop rounds just for kind of that reason. We're going to do more races, but then only have the same amount count. As you can hear that Corvette pulling away. Orion and his Vivas expect this car to be added to the RallyCross mod itself here soon. Sent me the config. I'll add the championship winners config as well, and I might add turbos too, just for fun. But yeah, expect a RallyCross mod update here soon with his car and maybe a couple others. So we're now on to lap 3 out of 4. Race is going by quickly. We'll see if Orion's going to be close enough to Turbo to do anything about his position. So we'll go on board now with Orion. Turbo's going to save his joker for the last lap, so the opposite of his normal strategy, but I think it's just because Orion jokered early over the big old crest on exit. A lot of chicanes on this track. Does make it pretty hard to overtake in hindsight, but it's a fun track to drive, so it's a kind of a balance. A lot of risk versus reward on this one. As Turbo goes joker now, we'll see if Orion's able to do anything about it. As a reminder, the speed through here is where he really lacks. Orion's going to get right back up onto his bumper, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get any moves done. Takes half a look there to the inside, but Turbo able to carry enough corner speed where it was never really a question. Turbo gets the exit speed. It's going to be Turbo followed by Orion, and then Cryo in the unfortunately heavy I series, bringing up the back of the pack. Alright, ready for round 2 of heats. So we're going to get ready, get set, and go. Race here is probably between Orion and Stealth. Raven and Orion have had a little bit of beef this season though, so we might see if that flares up at all in this last round of the championship. Stealth able to maintain the lead. Orion gets a cutback though. We'll see if he goes Joker early. I might if I was him. No, he does not. Probably a good call so you don't get stuck behind Raven or Monte Carlo. We'll tab now. We'll go to Orion. Ooh. Go to Orion. There we go. Orion now looking to the right of Stealth. Not able to get anything done, but he looks quick today. So he might be able to Joker early and make some time back up to get ahead of Stealth. We'll see if there's anything he can do here about it. Good run through turn 1. Looks like that Vavas is very quick on the tarmac. And Stealth goes Joker. Wow, I don't think that's the call. He's going to release Orion. I guess Stealth just wants consistent performances, and maybe he's worried about Raven catching up. So this is going to let Orion put in some hot laps. And if I'm Orion, I think I'm just going to let the Joker wait until the last lap. Go on board now with Orion. So this has to be the fastest lap of the day. Just as quick as you can drive it. Full push. Try to build a gap before you go Joker next lap. So we'll see how much he sends it here through the chicane. Not a good bit actually. Different line than I was expecting, but I think that's just because of the way his car is set up. What you really want to do is get right up on the Armco there on the right side, but if your car can't handle that big bump, it might even make the Vavas want to flip over. It's a pretty top-heavy car. So if it cannot handle that, then I think the line he took is probably the best. So we'll see now where he's going to come out in relation to Stealth, but Stealth looks to have caught him back up, so I don't think Orion will be able to do anything, but we'll really only know once he exits the Joker here. Good run to the Joker. He is ahead of Stealth, so Stealth is going to have to get a move done. Tries to get up the inside of Orion, not able to get anything done. So that's going to be a great Joker from Orion. You can see the extra speed Stealth had, but he just didn't have anywhere to go with it, and I think that's why the late Joker is so powerful here today. So it's going to be a win for Orion over Stealth, and then Raven, followed by Monte Carlo, who looks to be having a ride on the struggle bus over there. So we'll now get into the next heat. Alright, here we go. Next round of heats. So Stealth with a second place last time, so if Creeper can maintain the win, this will give him the better average finish so far. But Turbo's also in this heat, so I'm gonna get ready, get set, and lights out and away we go. Great start as always from the rear-wheel drive Miramar. Turbo though, not with a bad start. Oh, Turbo, a little bit of contact there with Britannia, but I think it was more of a speed boost than anything. We'll see if anyone goes Joker early. Nope, not quite. So we'll see. I guess Turbo is just going to try and get the pace done, put pressure on Creeper. It's tough because you want a Joker late on this track, but in Jokering late, you can also defend from the person behind. So Turbo's going to want to have to Joker early, but then that's going to make it more difficult to get around Creeper. So we'll see, stays on Creeper for now. So it looks like he's gonna wait and go Joker either last lap or second to last lap. Although he's putting a lot of pressure on Creeper. Looking for a move around the outside, not able to get anything done. Still putting pressure though, so he's got 2 more laps to get a move done. Which sounds like a lot, but it's only 1.5 miles on this track. It's 1 lap of most speedways here in the US, which I understand is the most American measurement possible. Wow, so they're both gonna wait to go Joker on the last lap. I think that's a, might be a missed strategy call from Turbo, but I don't really know if he has another option. But Creeper is pulling away, so I don't think Turbo had many options in the first place. So we're into turn 1 here for the final time of this heat. Up over the little jump. Both of them go Joker, nobody forgets. Turbo almost gets into the tire there. Oh, almost gets up over as well, clipping the dirt on the inside. So it looks like it's going to be Creeper for the win here, which should close up the championship battle. We'll review the points as we go into the semis after the heats. We still have another round of heats after this one. So it's going to be Creeper, followed by Turbo, and then Britannia. As we're now on to the last heat of the day. Not the last heat of the day, sorry, last heat of the round. Honk. Here we go. We're gonna lights on, get ready, get set. Lights out and away we go. Great start from Goman. I think that looked like he just nailed that. That was a Michael Lessie start. If you know, you know. That was truly, truly impressive. Maybe a Jorge Prado start would be a more modern or Vince Friese start. That's a great, great jump from Goman. Let's see if he can hold on to it here throughout the race. Good to see the amount of different shapes here out the final round too. I think the only duplicate cars are the Miramar and the Corvette, which is to be expected. They're 2 of the best cars to drive and fastest. But I think every single other person is in a different car, which is pretty cool. Could be wrong in that. Probably am wrong in that. But yeah, it is pretty sweet. I mean, even in this race, you can see 3 different chassis. Goman goes Joker early. I don't know if that's the right call. We've seen before the early Jokers can cause problems because you get caught behind the Joker exiters later. So now it's Hobnob's job to put in some really fast laps and see if he can exit out in front of Goman. So we're now on to lap 3, 2 to go. A little bit of smoke from both drivers as they get on the brakes there for turn 1, but not such a significant amount that I would count it as a mistake. Hobnob saves his Joker for the last lap. I think that's a good call from him. Goman's now got to put the half lap of his life here through turn 1 over the jump and then on entry to the S's if he wants to get out ahead of Hobnob. I think the late Joker though, it's going to be an advantage for Hobnob. Similar to what Orion did early. Wow, and he's already out of the Joker. It seems like he's just flying. I'm not sure. Maybe Goman might have bent his steering or something. That is going to be a clear win for Hobnob. Good start for Goman, but I think the heaviness of this SBR4 is not doing him any favors. That's going to be Hobnob for the win. Then Goman. Then Cryo. As we're now going to get on to the last round of heats. All right, first heat of the final round, head-to-head between the two championship hopefuls. Creeper here in the orange, currently with the advantage. Stealth got a second, but if Stealth wins this one, he'll take the overall. So, we're gonna get ready, get set, and go. Don't forget Monte Carlo either. Good start for Monte Carlo, actually, good reaction time. If these two have issues, Monte Carlo can come through and take the win, so never say never. Creeper gets the jump. Stealth is right there on the back of him, though. Stealth goes Joker early. Monte Carlo follows him in. That's good news for Stealth. So Stealth now just needs to put in a fantastic drive to see if he can now catch back up to Creeper. Creeper as well needs to put in a fantastic drive to see if he can pull away from Stealth. We'll hop on board now with Stealth. Get a good view. As you see Creeper touch the grass there on entry to turn one. These Team Ichiban guys are always pinpoint accurate with their lines. Not only is their car fast, but they're incredible drivers as well. Creeper goes early Joker to defend from Stealth, so it's going to be a straight up fight for the last 2 laps. Stealth, good run through here. We'll see if he can go to the inside. Looks to the inside of Creeper. He's there. Small amount of contact, gets ahead of Creeper. No harm, no foul, I don't think there. Creeper now right behind Stealth, 2 to go. We'll see if Creeper can get anything done. Great move from Stealth, though, to throw it up the inside. Proper RallyCross move. Oh, outbreaks himself in turn 1, though. Gives Creeper the right side, but it's going to be a left-hander into the next corner. Stealth gets the better exit anyways. Runs a little bit deeper, gets a better exit. Stealth sends it harder through the S's. That's going to give him a gap here into the corner he passed Creeper on. So now we're going to have one more lap to see if Creeper can catch back up to Stealth. Otherwise, the heat win will probably go to Stealth and make the mountain even higher to climb for Creeper as we head into the pre-finals if he wants that championship. White flag now. We'll see if Creeper gets dirty at all, or if he's able to keep it clean. Gets to the right side of Stealth again, but not going to be able to do anything with it here. So now he's just going to have to follow Stealth through the S's, see if he can get a run on him. Stealth is just quicker through that right-hander. Creeper's quicker on the tarmac. Stealth is quicker on the dirt. See if Creeper can get a good exit. Nope, bogs. That's going to be Stealth now with the win. Good effort from Creeper, but not able to do anything about it. So it's going to be Creeper with the win, or sorry, Stealth with the win, then Creeper, and then Monte Carlo is just out here. Shout out to Monte Carlo. Ain't nothing wrong with just running some laps, being a field filler. Be a pretty boring race if it was just Creeper and Stealth for the whole thing. So shout out to Monte Carlo. Thank you for showing up, dude. But here we go. So Stealth and Creeper. Stealth likely first qualifier, but we'll have to see what Orion does and if Orion can get the win as well. Alright, here we go. Second round of heats. If Turbo gets the win here, he might be #1 qualifier. There's a couple people vying for it today. So we're going to get ready. Get set. We are lights out and away we go as we head off towards the mountains of Oregon. Great start from Cryo out to the lead in the I-Series. 2 Cosworth teammates on the inside. Now comes the outside into turn kind of 2, kind of 1, depends on the lap. We'll call it turn 1. Hobnob now going to go Joker next to Britannia, though. I think that's a bad call from Britannia. Not necessarily wrong, but it's going to put Hobnob deep in the pack. Gives Turbo exactly what he needs, though, to get out in the lead and get the win. So if Turbo wins this, he'll qualify ahead of Stealth. But Stealth, I believe, is qualified ahead of Creeper. I'll have to shake out all of the... I mean, it's going to be complicated because there's a bunch of different tiebreakers and stuff, especially since we don't have full grids today. A win in a 4-car grid is prioritized over a win in a 3-car grid, so it'll take a minute to sort out. But luckily for y'all, while I'm sorting it out, we'll have the Cop Cross final going on in the background. Turbo now has a massive lead. Looks like Britannia has had an accident. Good trackside cam though, shout out to Britannia. We'll now see if Hobnob can get past Cryo. Both have taken their Joker, but we're going to head on to lap 3. Hobnob now looks to the right side of Cryo. We'll see if he can get anything done here. Not able to get anything done. The I-Series is heavy, but it does have good power, so the straightaways, it accelerates quick. Hobnob gives him a little bit of a bump and run. I don't think anything wrong with that. I mean, he passed Cryo like 50 feet after he gave him a bump and run. Cryo returns the sender, though. We'll see if Cryo can get anything here through the right-hander. Contact. Not able to get anything done. Oh. 4 out of 4. We're not doing 5 laps all of a sudden. So it's going to be Hobnob getting ahead of Cryo. But Turbo for the win, so this should put Turbo into #1 qualifier. So he's doing all he needs to get as many points as possible. Having missed around, he was never really within a shot. Oh, Cryo seems to have had an accident. That's unfortunate for him. So it's going to be Hobnob second. Hard fought from him to go fourth to second. Cryo in third, and then Britannia, our lone Aussie, despite the skin, rounds up in fourth. On to the last heat now. Last heat of the season. Last heat until October for some Rallycross. Alright, here we go for the last heat of the season. Orion within a chance of getting top qualifier if he wins. Goman and Raven trying to stop him. So we're going to get ready. Get set. Lights out. Away we go. Good start as always from Goman. The rear engine of that SBR4. Able to put him out in the lead. Now he just has to defend. So we'll see if Orion can do anything about it. Orion able to get second and a win so far. We'll see if he can rack up another win. Goes Joker early. I don't know if that's the right call from him, but it seems Raven did not follow. Although Orion able to hold on to it ahead of Raven, so that's a robust move from him to maintain position. So now he's just got to put in a lot of hard work and good lap times, which is easier said than done on such a risky and technical track as this one. Deep on the brakes there from Orion, but that gives him a good exit. I don't know if that's honestly the worst line, because you're able to get the power down on pavement until you hit the dirt in that car. So he seems to be catching Goman. Sends it sideways through here. We'll hop on board with him. Not sure if Goman jokered or not. I don't think he did, but time will tell. Goman's not the type of guy that'll forget a joker. So we'll have to see on these last 2 laps if he jokers or not. I didn't see him joker, but it's kind of hard to tell on this track. So we're now 2 to go. Orion with a hell of a send. He's there. That wasn't, yeah, whew, that was bold, but not, yeah, not wrong. So with him going for that move, I assume Goman is jokered, because otherwise it'd be pretty silly to try and go for that. on someone who still has to joker. It just shows that Orion's hungry to get the top qualifier position. See if if he's able to get a run down to the main straight with Goman that sideways. White flag is out now. Goman goes defensive. We'll see if Orion can get the cutback. He's gonna look for it, I'm sure. We'll see if Goman has to go joker. I doubt it. Oh, he does. Yeah, okay. So I think that that move, maybe Orion just outbraked himself, but I think that move was a little short-sighted considering Goman still had the joker. But that's going to give Orion the win here, I do believe. So it's going to be Orion coming across the line for, I believe, his first top qualifier of the season in the Vivas. Followed by the SBR4 and then the Covet of Raven. That is your final heat of the season, and a good one at that. On to Comp Cross now while I sort out the grids. right, here we go. Cop Cross final. We have enough broadcast time. We'll be able to commentate it, so that's good to see. So we're gonna now get ready, get set, and away we go. Best sounding grid of the day. We'll hop on board. We'll go mid-pack here with Raven, cinematic cam. We got the luxury barge of Orion with the vinyl top. We got the two X-Cop car, just default white paint. We have 3 Jokers now. Britannia gets into the side of Raven. Raven's able to hold on to it though. Good save from him. We'll go right passenger here with the Ghost of Turbo. As Hobnob now goes for a move on Goman in the front. We have a front row seat here. 6-lap race. Keep it out of the wall, gentlemen. Good racing. We're now door to door now into turn 1. We'll see if Turbo is able to take advantage. Hobnob goes inside. Goman looks for the cutback, not able to do anything about it. Turbo gives Goman the business. Goman gonna stay on the back of Hobnob though. We have Creeper. Hello, Creeper. Wave to Creeper up in the grandstands. Stealth is on the track. Hello, Stealth. Goman using the dirt there on the inside. I think that's smart with these all-terrain tires. Hobnob pulling a little bit of a gap. If I'm Turbo, I think I'm going to Joker this lap. 6-lap race here. So I think if I'm Turbo, I'm going to Joker this lap. Try to get... Oh, Goman clips the wall. Turbo pushes through. So now Turbo's got clean air. Now I would not Joker. I would put in as many fast laps as I can to gain time. We'll go back now with Orion. Hobnob goes Joker. Okay, interesting call from Hobnob. Is he able to get out in the lead? Turbo's able to get him around the outside, but puts it in the wall. This is going to give Orion the opportunity he needs now, as it looks like Hobnob's gotten into the tires. Orion now up the inside of Turbo. Hobnob's Joker, neither of these two have. So we'll go back with Hobnob now. Where's Hobnob? There we go. Back with Hobnob. Orion gifted first place on a silver platter. We'll see if Turbo or Hobnob's able to do anything about it. You can see how crooked Hobnob's steering is. As he puts around his teammate, Hobnob sends around Turbo. Hobnob now up into second place. Alright, so now he's got to put in good laps with a very damaged car as Orion pulls away. Orion still has to Joker though, so Hobnob's not out of it, but he's got to push the limping car to its limits. Oh, as he pushes the limits too far, goes around. Britannia now up into second. Stay on board here with these. I think Orion's all but won it. So we are now 2 to go. Britannia gets sideways. Hobnob almost finds the tires. And Goman at the same time. I don't think any of these cars have a straight panel left on them, as I believe we have Turbo approaching in the background. And Turbo very well might be out for blood against his teammate Hobnob. Hobnob is the man who sent Turbo around the first time. Stealth is getting dangerously close, Group B style. Oh, Turbo had a good opportunity there to spin Hobnob, so he's not going to be that type of guy. I respect it. Might not want to be that type of guy when you have a limited 2-wheel drive still coming up. As Hobnob now goes defensive. Turbo might be saving some retribution here for the final lap. Small tap there, but nothing significant. Hobnob's still looking for a way around Britannia. Oh, he still had the Joker. Turbo, okay. We'll go on board now with Hobnob. Hood cam looks to the inside, tries to do the stealth move, not close enough. So it's going to be Orion with the win, Britannia in second, Hobnob maybe in third. Looks like he might have popped his rear left tire. Hobnob's able to hold on to it. So that's going to be your top 3 after a chaotic Cop Cross Cup. Alright. Now will be the usual chaos as grids are sorted for the final. right, we are back. Let me check the YouTube chat. No one's saying anything. We got 3 watchers though. What's up, y'all? If you guys have any questions ahead of the finals, do let me know. Let me make sure the stream is actually caught up. There we go. It's buffering on my end, but that's okay. Let's get the lights on, get ready, get set. Second to last semifinal of the season. Lights out, away we go. Great start from Raven on the back row. Good reaction time. Hop on board here with Orion. We'll give it a little bit of a cinematic camera. So we're heading off into turn 1. Britannia looks to move up the inside of Orion. That's unfortunate for Orion. Puts him wide, 3 wide now. Popped a tire from Orion. A little bit of argy-bargy. We'll see if anyone gets fault for that. Good call from Orion going Joker early. Not sure. It doesn't look like he has a pop tire on his end, just judging. Britannia's gone over there as I switched camera angle. It's unfortunate for Britannia. Hey, he saves it. What a save. Alright, so Orion able to keep going. We're now going to hop on board here with... Not on board, but watching Hobnob. Hobnob now going to chase down Stealth. Stealth has to have a good result here in the semi. Orion came in number 1 qualifier, but Stealth number 4, still in the front row. Good start for him. We'll see if he's able to do anything about it as we see Raven go Joker in the background. Passimo looks a little bit rough over the bumps. It has all season. It's very, very quick on a smooth track, but the bumps seem to be too much for it. So we'll go, Orion's now behind Raven. We'll hop on board with these fellas as they battle here for, I believe, 3rd place. Orion's able to pull away though, so it doesn't seem he has too much damage from the turn 1 incident. We'll see if he can claw back positions. Top 2 go straight to the final, so he's gonna have to get back past Hobnob to do anything significant. And Hobnob's behind enough on Stealth that I think Hobnob is jokered, so I think that'll be Orion to the LCQ, which is unfortunate for him. That is, assuming Hobnob is jokered and Stealth hasn't just put the afterburners on and gotten away, but even if Hobnob hasn't jokered, he has enough space to joker. Stealth goes Joker out in the lead. We'll go now on board with Hobnob. Hobnob gets the move done on Stealth. Hobnob to the inside of Stealth. What a move there from him. I thought it was going to be close, but I didn't think it was going to be that close. So Hobnob now with the move. We'll go to Stealth. Board with Stealth. We're going to have, I believe, yep, 2 laps to get the move done here from Stealth's perspective. Hobnob's got 2 laps to defend. Stealth looks inside, but that Pessima's really quick on the tarmac. Seems today the front wheel drives are quick on tarmac, rear wheel drives are quick on gravel. Kind of the opposite of the way it's been for the rest of the season. Hobnob a little bit defensive there. We'll see if Creeper can, or if Stealth can get the same move he did on Creeper done. Well, Hobnob able to pull away. Good clean lines here from Hobnob. As we see the white flag come out. Stealth. Good late line, get the power down early, try to get a run. Very, very different line than what you have to do in front wheel drive to get speed. Wow, Stealth going really wide on entry there. Gonna carry as much as he can through here, but Hobnob is just pulling away. That Pessima seems really, really good here. It's been good all season, but it seems especially good here, and it does make sense. There's not a whole lot of technicality to the corners on this track, and that Pessima's been quick all year in the fast stuff. So that's gonna be a win from Hobnob, I believe his first semi-win. As Stealth is in 2nd, Orion in 3rd, able to salvage it. He'll be on the front row of the LCQ. Raven in 4th, and then Britannia still going around in 5th after a big old roll on lap 1. Massive respect to him for maintaining speed even after going for a flip. right, here we are. Final semifinal of the season. Ravens on the counter. Lap counter, that is. All of our counters, Go Man, Creeper, Cryo, all in the race. So we're gonna get ready, get set, go. Lights out, away we go. We'll see who gets Joker, or who gets the jump is what I was trying to say, and then I also combined it with Hole Shot. Oh, what a start from Turbo. Go Man with the start, then Turbo able to get back up the inside of Go Man. Beautiful move there from him. Is there some... Oh, I just set the time of day. Sorry, fellas. I clicked the wrong button. Hopefully it didn't lag anybody's games. Doesn't seem to have caused any problems. Turbo putting pressure on Creeper. I went to change the camera, and then that's, you know, numbers on the keyboard, and that was the time I set it to. Thank goodness I didn't set it to nighttime. So we're now on to lap number 2. Go Man goes Joker early. I think that's a good call from him. Nobody threatening in the background. We'll go down to Turbo. Hop on board here with Turbo. Turbo, a kart racer out of the UK. Creeper out of Germany. I believe Creeper's on controller, Turbo's on wheel. There's a real good mix of basically every controller type you can imagine here. Creeper pulling away though. This is good for Creeper's championship aspirations. Stealth got second in the semi, so that's just more points Creeper can gain. Although crucially for Stealth, he is guaranteed into the final. But Creeper pulling away, and he can get the semi-final win here. That'll claw back some points. Turbo as well, though. Looking for points. These two, Turbo, if he had a good day today, like a really good day, I think he could have gotten Creeper overall. But so far, it does not look like he's able to do that as Creeper pulls away more. The short wheelbase of the Covet does not seem to be beneficial on the faster, more flowing track. As Creeper goes Joker now. I don't think that's the right call from Creeper, unless he can get out ahead of... Oh, wow, he does get out ahead of Turbo, barely. Turbo gets into the back of him. Good call from Creeper's part then. Nothing Turbo could really do about that. If Turbo could have gotten ahead, I think it might have been danger hour for Creeper, but he couldn't. So, good Joker call there from Creeper to come out ahead of Turbo. So we're now 2 to go. Turbo goes Joker now, so he's going to give himself a lap to catch back up to Creeper, but it's not going to be enough. We'll go back, we'll see where everybody else is. Everyone else is fairly spread out here. We'll just get a good look. There's no ocean. Yeah, the water in Oregon is seemingly all dried up. This Creeper is now into turn 1 on the last lap. There's Go Man. Go Man having a tough day today, having a tough season, as I said earlier in that SBR4. I think just not quite where he wanted it to be in terms of pace or handling. So we'll now see Creeper coming around the final section. Not really the final corner. There's a bunch of corners on this track, but not a whole lot of meaningful ones. As Creeper now crossed the line for a semi-final win. Turbo in second. Go Man rounding through the final chicane in third. SBR4 looks awesome, but just not very quick with how heavy it is. As Cryo is defending from Thunder. Kind of similar scenario for Cryo. Did well in the Covet and open 4-wheel drive, and just has not done as well in the I-Series because of how heavy it is. As we see, he's missing a wheel. Cryo across the line, and then Monte Carlo. On to the LCQ. Sorry, I gotta make sure someone's able to count. Let's do the, okay. Thank you, Creeper, for counting. Last LCQ of the season. So we're gonna get ready. Get set. Long hold and go. Lights out, away we go. Top 2 make it through. Go man with a good start. Nice cinematic cam on him immediately, so we'll stick with him. Down into turn 1. Orion looking to make it through. Top qualifier not making the final will be big news. I think that's only happened maybe once this season. I don't remember if Creeper... No, he wasn't top qualifier when he went out in the semis, so I think it's not happened at all this season to not have the top qualifier make the semifinal. We'll go now with Cryo. Cryo able to put it up into 3rd. Good start here from the I-Series. This thing has a lot of good traction. I honestly think with a little bit of tunings, with how the rear suspension works, I learned that you actually want a really stiff sway bar in the rear of this car, which is different than every other rear-wheel drive car to get pace out of it. So I think if I knew that going in, because I helped Cryo tune this car, if I knew that going in, Cryo might have had a better season, but it's too late now. And the thing is, Cryo doesn't even have a rear sway bar, so he couldn't tune it to make it stiffer, and that was definitely an oversight on my part. But shout out to Cryo for sticking with it, staying strong. Orion putting pressure on Goman still. See if Orion's able to get the LCQ win, gets into the back of Goman. One thing you don't want to do in the LCQ is get yourself knocked out. Because, I mean, you're back row either way. It just depends on who's choosing when. There's no points in the LCQ. There's no nothing. So I think Orion needs to be smart here. Yeah, Joker is smart. Needs to be smart and not fight so hard that he loses out to Raven. Raven, though, looking for a move on the right side. We'll see if he's able to stick with it here. Yes, he is. We'll go cinematic now. Raven up the inside of Orion. Good move here from him. These two have come fisticuffs earlier in the season. Orion able to get the drive out of the corner, though. The DCT in that Vivas, very, very powerful. No shift times at all. Just ba-ba-ba-ba, straight through the gears. And it's completely legal within the rules. The thing is, it's a stock transmission, so you can't edit the ratios or anything. So he's stuck with the stock transmission. Goman goes Joker in front. We'll see if Orion able to get the same move done that Hobnob was. Very, very good move there from Orion. So it's Orion now up into the lead. Beautiful overtake from him. We've seen that now twice today. We'll see if we see it again here in the final. As our drone pilot flew it into the trees there for a second. Orion now down into turn 1. On to lap 5 out of 6. We'll hop on board here with Goman. There we go. Here's Goman. I think Goman just taking it easy. Talking to him pre-race, his goal today was just get to the final. Don't want to keep beating on a dead horse, but he's just not had the pace he wanted to this season. Between that and some illness, it's not been quite the championship defense he wanted. But then again, it's a different class, so it's not really a championship defense. The proper championship defense will be this fall in open 4-wheel drive. With that said, Raven is right on the back of Goman. So the last lap, we'll see if Raven's able to do anything about Goman or get the move done. Goman's going to make that car really wide. Raven enters wide, tries to get the cutback. Let's see if he can get anything done here. There's no space there. Yeah, that's no space there for Raven to get a move done. Good defense from Goman. So it's going to be Orion and Goman through to the final. All right, I'm just gonna be here to explain the championship here for a little bit. Stealth is all but guaranteed the championship victory. If he finishes last and Creeper finishes first, they're tied on points. Beyond that scenario, Stealth wins. Now, I'm pretty sure the count back goes to Stealth, but I'm not 100%. So if Stealth gets last and Creeper gets first, there will be a lot of very, very frantic checking and math to see who gets the championship. But unless Stealth gets last, it'll be Stealth's championship. Beyond that, Turbo is all but guaranteed himself third. Goman, Hobnob, and Orion are all very, very close. And let me get you the exact numbers. Let's see, this might actually go up on stream. It does, okay. Here is your current championship order. So this is just from today, your semis. And then total points is over here on the right. So Creeper's got a lot to catch on Stealth. Hobnob's got a lot to catch on Turbo. So basically all that is guaranteed. Turbo can't catch Creeper. Hobnob technically could catch Turbo again if Turbo gets like last. But it's really between Hobnob, Goman, and Orion. So if Orion wins and Hobnob gets third, Orion gets it. So stuff like that. And then if Goman wins and Hobnob gets fifth, he gets it. So just keep an eye out for that. It's basically between these three on who gets the fourth in the championship. Turbo should lock in the best front wheel drive car, but again, Hobnob is front wheel drive, and if Hobnob wins and Turbo gets last, 184 to 181. But even if Turbo gets fifth, which is second to last, he would beat out Hobnob. So Hobnob long shot to get third, Creeper long shot to get first. But as we saw last season, never say never. So I'm going to jump back over to the guys who are racing, get the stewarding jobs done, and then we are going to be racing here very shortly for the final race. All right, here we go. Final of the season, 8-lap race. We're going to get ready, get set, lights out, away we go for the final race of the season. Sun is going down. Championship trophy is going up. As a reminder, Stealth, basically all he has to do is not finish last and he gets the championship. Creeper spins in front of the entire field. Orion's into the wall. Well, that's going to be Stealth already basically in last. Wow, there's going to be controversy about that. Opens the door wide open, though, for the overall win. Oh, wow, there's going to be controversy about that. Goman's into the wall. Does Orion have damage? Doesn't look like it. We'll go cinematic cam with the bumper hanging off. They're 3 wide into the dirt section. This is a lot of Hobnob to just disappear out front. Bumper gets ripped off for Orion. Weight reduction for him. Goman looks to have suspension damage from hitting the concrete wall in the dirt section, potentially. Stealth and Creeper now right back up onto the back of the pack. Orion looks Joker. Good call from Orion. Creeper goes Joker as well. will now hop on board here with Stealth, your likely champion to be. Don't want to curse him yet, but in all likelihood, there's no way he's not the champion. Even in 4th, this is a championship drive. Stealth goes Joker now. Gets it out of the way early. Who's behind him? Orion's behind him. Can Orion get a move done? Yes, Orion's up the inside. What a move from Orion. That's exactly what he needed to do. Great, great move from Orion. Creeper now right back behind Stealth, but it does not matter. If Creeper is anywhere near Stealth in terms of position, that's not a championship for him. Hello, Stealth with the honks. Orion goes defensive into turn 1. Can Stealth get the cutback? Stealth just has to be smart as well. I mean, it's unlikely Creeper could win at this point. But if Stealth takes him out, that's a sure way to get last place. Hobnob still with a massive lead. So this might be Hobnob. No, he's not going to get Turbo because Turbo, his teammate, is in 2nd. So it really puts the nail in the coffin for Orion trying to get around Turbo for the 4th in points. Creeper now looking left on Stealth. Probably not any love lost between these two after the turn 1 incident. Now the thing I hadn't considered is where does Turbo have to get to pass Creeper, because Creeper's currently last. If Creeper, because last is 1 point, so where Turbo is, Turbo might get 2nd in the championship. This might be, wow, yeah, that I had not considered. So Turbo in 2nd currently in the race. That might be enough points to leapfrog into 2nd in the championship, but I don't think it is. But I can't be 100% sure. GoMan currently corking the bottle. I think as soon as GoMan goes Joker, we're going to see some fireworks go off. GoMan will probably rejoin right in the middle of this pack we're watching too, so that'll be exciting. We'll go now into cinematic camera. Stealth, of course, bright yellow car now. I believe he's trying to go gold for the championship. Got that thing wrapped quick between the semis and the finals. As, Stealth looks to the right on Orion. Not able to get anything done. Orion looking for a move on GoMan, and he gets it. Orion to the right side of GoMan. This is going to leave the left side open. GoMan goes Joker. Good call, GoMan. That's going to put GoMan out back of this pack. So Orion still corking the bottle here, ahead of Stealth and Creeper. Creeper looking outside, now looking inside on Stealth, bogs it a little bit. Seems their gears are a little bit too long on the exit of that tarmac corner to get that move done. It's the 2nd time today we've seen the Mirror Marsh do that. Mistake there from Stealth. It's going to leave the door open for Creeper down into turn 1. Creeper up the inside of Stealth. Side by side now, Stealth still left side of Creeper. Going to get the run back towards the S's. Creeper is going to try and hold it around the outside. Yes, he is. Puts the bumper to Stealth. Stealth gets the move done though. What a bold move from Stealth. Wow. If you asked me with how fast they were going side by side making contact, I would have said they were crashing 10 times out of 10. That is going to be Turbo with the win, and we hardly even saw him. Followed by Hobnob, followed by Orion, then Stealth, then Creeper. And that is one heck of a way to finish the race. I think we'll have to interview just about every single driver on this grid. But thank you guys for watching for the season, and don't go anywhere because we're going to be talking to some fired up drivers here in a minute. Looks like Hobnob might have got Turbo as well. All right, go man, you are live on the broadcast. Tough day today, kind of resembled tough championship for yourself. How do you feel overall from today in the championship, and what do you think you'll change going into open four-wheel drive in the fall?
Definitely a focus on just keeping the weight down. The SBR4 was a heavy vehicle, and a lot of these tight technical tracks, just the power did not help at all. I did a lot of hole shots. I had a great hole shot that last
round. You had a lot of hole shots.
But then just would be a danger to everyone else, pretty much, the whole rest of the race.
So your goal for next season is focus more on car development and picking the fastest car rather than maybe the most flashy, is what you're thinking?
Maybe not, but maybe a little bit more emphasis.
Okay.
I'm definitely like choosing a fun car. I'm not someone,
I respect that.
And I definitely had fun. I probably spent more time sideways than most people.
Yeah, I think you probably had the most time spent with 3 wheels on the ground, I think.
Yeah. But I definitely was tripoding through a lot of corners, and it probably looked fast, but I'll definitely like to come back faster next time.
All right, sounds good. Can't wait to see you in the fall. All right, Orion, you are live on the broadcast. Good season for you overall. This is your first season of RallyCross, I do believe. And
yes, it is.
Tough. I mean, you had a #1 qualifier today, which is great, and then tough semi, tough final. Kind of walk me through your thoughts on RallyCross first season, and if you'll be doing open four-wheel drive in the fall.
Well, I mean, for the season, it took a little bit of a while. Round 1, not the greatest, because I didn't know, I was terrible with strategy, and I wasn't good with defending, which lost me out on getting into the final for round 1. And after that, I found a good tune for round 2, and found a good way to get good pace, good strategy opportunities, and excellent with defending, and that really carried me throughout the entire season. Similar strategy ideas for defending in round 2 I employed for this round, of mostly like, if someone's trying to overtake, I'm just going to stick it up the inside and keep it on the inside. They can't change their line around that.
Yeah, I definitely think you were one of the most improved drivers of the season, so I think if you continue that improvement into open four-wheel drive, you very well might be a championship contender. It's fun watching you out there, and I hope to see you in the fall for Open 4.
Absolutely, I'm going to participate in that.
Awesome, dude. Can't wait to see you.
All right. God.
All right, well, that was Orion. Look for his car to be added to the mod here this week. Shout out to him for sending me the mod. And now we're going to get on to 4th place in the championship. All right, welcome in Hobnob, your Pessima driver of the season. Win today. Great to see that from this car. I don't think anyone really thought this car was going to be quick coming into the season, so what made you pick it, and do you think you'll stick with this kind of format into open four-wheel drive?
Not a clue, to be honest. I tried the BX, didn't like it, tried this, and I just found pace with it. You know, quite happy with it, really, so I just stuck with it because I don't like Corvettes. But yeah, I'll probably stick with something similar. Do like a big saloon, like to get in people's way. So, and it has paid off. So
yeah, it paid off today for sure. But yeah, was this your first season of RallyCross, or have you done RallyCross before?
First full season. Dabbled in a junior thing not too long ago.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, this is first proper RallyCross season for me.
Nice. Well, congrats on the 4th overall in the championship. I think that's pretty good for first season. I think your team got 2nd in the championship, or 2nd in the team's points too. So It's good to see.
Yeah.
Hope to see you guys out in the fall for Open 4-wheel drive.
Oh yeah. I'm still here.
All right, Turbo, you are now live on the broadcast. You missed a round and still got third in the championship. I think that is a hell of a feat. Number one front-wheel drive car as well. Next season for Open 4-wheel drive, we'll have a couple drop rounds. Do you think with that change, you'll be able to make a run for the championship? Because I know you're a busy man and not available every weekend.
I do tend to be, it seems. I would hope I am, sincerely, because it was such good fun doing the championship. And knowing that I could have won it is a bit gutting, but
yeah,
I still had loads of fun.
You might have had the best average finish, honestly. I'll have to look into that.
Well, whatever it is, it's second.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Sure.
You got second like every time. But yeah, it's good to see the front wheel drive mixing it up with the Miramars. And next season we'll be doing a couple more races for Open 4-wheel drive, but it'll still be 5-point scoring rounds. So hopefully, if you miss a round, it'll be less impacting. Although considering you got third in the championship, maybe it wasn't too impacting at all in the end.
No, that would be good. I'll be looking forward to that.
Awesome. I'll be looking forward to seeing you back out there.
Definitely.
GG's on the third today, dude, and second overall in the race too. So third in the championship, second in the race. Can't complain about that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for running
no worries.
Brilliant championship. I've got a race today.
Creeper, you are live on the broadcast. Tough second place today, but I think you did what you needed to secure your team, the team championship. And I think overall, you did fairly well. But second again, bridesmaid for the championship. Do you think you'll be able to change that come the fall for Open 4-wheel drive?
Truth is, I never thought another racer like me existed. I gotta say, losing is kind of shock, I would say, but I feel satisfied with this season, very, very much.
Yeah, I think you did a good job.
I'm really indifferent to last season. I was devastated from losing, but I'm happy this time because I know I gave my best and I lost, and it doesn't matter because I did everything I was supposed to. I drove at my best and I lost, but it doesn't matter because I drove at my best.
Yeah, you made a lot fewer mistakes this season, which I think shows.
Yeah.
I think you did really well. I think Stealth just did better. I think that's kind of basically what you're saying as well.
Yeah.
But do you think
he caught up next season? It seems like I have an edge on Stealth when it comes to high power overdrive vehicles on the dirt, but I don't know for sure. I would say we are gonna be having a good battle with each other.
And I assume you two will still be teammates come the fall, assuming nothing crazy.
Of course.
Awesome.
Of course. We are the best team.
All right, well, I hope to see you in the fall and see if you can finally become the bride instead of the bridesmaid for the championship. It's good seeing you out there, and it was good watching you in stealth battle. What happened in turn 1, by the way, just for this race? I saw you were sideways parked in the middle of the track. Was it stealth that hit you, or who hit you?
I don't know. I just got nuked in the rear.
Yeah, okay.
Some of these things.
Got ya.
It was a fun final, though. I'm not
yeah,
mad
the
at
final was incredible to watch. You in stealth didn't run away with it, and it was good. I think next season people might be picking, or taking more time to pick their cars. So we'll see how the competitive, the competition stacks out. Because the Miramar was good. You guys are good drivers. You guys are good tuners. I think you just had the best of everything. So we'll see if more people have the best of everything, or if you guys are able to stay on top.
I feel like it's front-wheel drive was so bad this season. I don't want to argue about that right now.
Yeah, I don't want to argue about it either. I mean, rear-wheel drive 1, 2 in the championship. You know, front-wheel drive 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I think there's an argument to be made either way. But either way, everyone will be the same drivetrain for the fall. So
yeah, I really enjoyed this season, even if it was short. It was shortly after the last one.
Yeah.
It improved me as a driver.
Yeah, you were driving very, very well. I think you made a lot less mistakes this season compared to last, and you did not lose out on any pace at all, which I was impressed by. So good job on the second creeper. Now we're gonna get stealth in here. You're champion for limited 2-wheel drive. All right, here's your champion, Stealth Knight. Overall winner of the championship, won the most races this season. Man, a few words but many talents. Stealth, walk me through just on that first lap when you and Creeper got into it, as well as just kind of the whole championship, what you were thinking. You might be muted, Stealth. Man, a few words and many talents, indeed. That was Stealth. I think he might already be getting on the victory champagne or something. He does not seem to be. Oh, he's flying in the hopper, I can tell you that. Does not seem to be chatting, but that is Stealth, your championship winner overall for limited 2-wheel drive. Keep an eye on the server and the YouTube for upcoming events. We have Dakar Rally here in a couple days, as Stealth now ascends after his championship victory. So thank you guys for watching, everyone who did, and if you did enjoy watching, feel free to join the Discord. Should be in the description of my YouTube somewhere. Let me check the YouTube chat as well. Julie was shocked by the final. I agree, Julie, that final was insane. I'll definitely have to get that one edited as a video, and maybe some of the other ones as well. But yeah, thank you everybody who watched, and I look forward to seeing those watching and those racing back this fall for Open 4-wheel drive. Thank you, and I will see you in a couple months' time for some more RallyCross.